Seems that the few pictures that I posted of the Viator here have raised quite a lot of interest from people, which is rather nice. So a little bit about it. I'm only doing this. It's the first time I've ever used this guitar live, and of course it's designed by a guitarist who I used to go and see a lot, especially in the 70s, a man called Paul Brett, who's been designing guitars for a long time, and it's broadly based upon the sort of English parlour guitar type thing. The idea of it is that it's a travel guitar, but I think this has tremendously more about it than just being a good quality travel guitar. So the design is it's built by the company that bears the name Vintage, which make a lot of very good and often budget guitars. I have one of their resonator guitars, which sits in the studio alongside my Dobro, and I have to say it's a bit cheaper, and it has actually been played on 1 or 2 Show of Hands tours when I was playing an awful lot of slide. We actually used it quite a bit, so but more about that at some other time. It does seem to be the pictures of this little guitar that have attracted attention, plus the fact that I've been speaking to Paul, and he's now designed and got out a rather interesting Unison 12-string version of it as well, which I'm looking forward to getting my hands on. And of course, last but not least, they've actually asked me to become an endorsee of these little guitars, so there you go. High strung, high tune. First to this country, a stranger I came. I turned my intentions to a fair lovely maid. Her eyes were like diamonds, her hair so brightly shining. She's the fairest of all in the world that I've seen. Obviously, it's a small guitar. It has that parlour-y type sound. In fact, at some time I'll go and raid Paul Downes' guitar collection, because he has several parlours, and one of his Victorian guitars is so similar in sort of format to this. But this guitar, which retails for under 250 quid, also comes with very sophisticated electronics. Basically, it's got a very good pickup and preamp system in it. It's active. You can also buy a version without pickups as well. And it is just extraordinary. I realise that that's more than perhaps anyone wants to pay for a child's guitar. But if a child is serious and needs to start on a small guitar, this instrument, despite being a bit pricier than your average child's guitar, would really encourage a kid to play, because it is just so nice, so lovely to play. But I'm treating it as a very serious instrument, and I've got a couple more in the pipeline. And what I will probably do with, I've got a completely acoustic one coming, which I will probably then put a magnetic bridge pickup on and experiment with, and I might even turn that into my sort of substitute Banjo Sexto. You can use any tuning. Paul always is a great player and always used a multitude of tunings, and in fact some of his demonstration videos, and I'll put links up for those, show him playing the various versions of the Viator in different tunings. But yeah, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the vintage Viator. You're going to be seeing a lot more of this.